Alright everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be tying the cream colored bucktail skimpy shrimpy. So to start out, we're going to be using a size 4 tarpon hook by Mustad. And then we're going to be coating that with some UTC 210 Ultra Thread in UV orange. For most of my flies, I just kind of tend to either use orange or purple. But for shrimp flies, I think the little bit of orange coming through in places is never really a bad thing. I'm going to take my thread, coat it all the way down to just after the bend. Make sure we got a good coating so nothing rolls around. Alright, I'm going to stop my thread there. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece of cream colored bucktail. I want it to be about 1.5 times the length of the hook. I'm going to tie it in right about there. Some solid wraps. Then I'm going to want to kind of pinch and roll to make sure it stays in a bunch in the back there. I'm just going to trim the extra off. And then now I'm going to take a large bead chain eye. I'm going to set that right on top of the bucktail and cross wrap that in. So the bucktail is going to hold it up off of the hook, which is going to help, the bucktail is going to hold the bead chain eyes off of the hook, which is going to make them want to have the hook right hook point up more so, which is going to help prevent getting snagged on grass and all that kind of stuff. So now that I got those eyes cross wrapped in, I'm just going to take 2 pieces of this pink, or the UV pink flash boo. I'm going to cut them about 2 inches long. And then I'm just going to stick them right around where the eyes are. Just tie them in. Just give it that little bit of flash. Now I'm going to take my thread up to about an eye length behind the eye of the hook. And I'm going to just grab a little bit of this olive EP fiber. And I'm just going to take this, fold it in half, cut it, fold it in half one more time, cut it. And then now I'm going to just kind of pull each end a little bit, kind of give it a good taper. And then I want this to be on the top side of the fly, because everything in nature, especially fish and stuff, are going to be darker on the top and then lighter on the bottom. So I'm going to set this to where it's about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch past the bend of the hook, or just barely past the bend of the hook, really. Take that, lash it in a couple of times so it stays put. I'm going to flip the fly upside down to the other side. I'm going to take some of this tan EP fiber. Use about half the amount that I used of the green. Take about that much, pull it in half, cut it, fold it in half again, cut it, give it a bit of a taper. Okay, I'm just going to take this, set it down to where it goes just barely past the end of the hook. Lash the tan in. Okay, now I'm going to just kind of run my thread up to right behind the eye. Then I'm going to fold both of these back. Got to kind of flip the green around the thread. Just going to pull it all back, make sure it's kind of laying how I want it to. I'm just going to give it a lash or two. I'm going to go up right behind the eye. Just give it a hand whip finish. Give it just one more of those. All right, make sure everything's kind of sitting how I want it to. Okay, now that I got all my EP fiber and everything sitting how I want it, I'm just gonna take some Loon UV Knot Scents, and I'm just gonna coat the front of this fly. Make sure that teeth and oysters and such like that don't rip it apart. But a nice long life. Okay, now that I got that coated, I'm just gonna take it, kind of squish these down and back a little bit, sleek it out, and I'm just gonna hit it with the light. Alright, so now that the UV glue is cured, we just got one last step. And that's to add a little bit of barring to our fly. So how we're going to do that is just with the good old Sharpie. I'm going to start tapping it. I don't want it to be like super black. And just add in a couple of stripies, about 1 every 1/8 of an inch or something like that. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then there you have it. Cream bucktail skimpy shrimpy. This fly has caught me a lot of fish. I originally developed it as a bait fish pattern for fishing in Florida. But after getting it wet, I quickly realized that it, with the bucktail flaring out how it does, it looks a lot more like a shrimp than a bait fish. And yeah, caught me a lot of fish. Give it a try, and make sure you like and subscribe so you can see all the other fly tying videos that I have that are coming out, and also the videos of me fishing with the flies. Alright, well, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one.